In Troy, Zion, DeCoteau News 10, ABC. You know, when we got called out to this incident here in North Greenbush, we didn't expect to see this, and we stumbled upon this, apparently an airplane part lying on the wood. The feds say Al-Qaeda got out of an Uber here on New Scotland Avenue and walked up this walkway with the gun, shot 2 rounds in the air yelling "Free Palestine." He wanted to shoot a third, but the gun jammed. It's then said that he tried to tear down that Israeli flag. I'm going to show you this sign now that really clarifies their point on this. It says the consent award doesn't address our safety concerns. Many local residents at today's meeting opposed the addition of Priscilla Court to these waters. A tarry black substance started appearing on the family's vehicle, even in their soil and property. Now they want to find out exactly what this material is. The old saying goes, clothes don't make the man, or woman in this case, but an event here in the Berkshires hopes clothes can make all the difference for people re-entering the workforce. -17 up in North Creek, from the Berkshires to the North Country to Albany. No matter where you were, Old Man Winter had a vengeance. Now, police in New York City still searching for more evidence in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. If you're a holiday film fan, then this is the event for you. M&T Bank is teaming up with the Palace Theater. Fireworks indeed, John. The protest continues another day. We have the last hours of daylight here, but the energy is still strong. I want you to take a look at the scene now. The significantly warmer weather makes it much easier for protesters to be out here all day long at the Coxsackie and Greene correctional facilities. Active duty COs would not speak to the media for fear of state retaliation, so retired officers have been speaking up, and they tell me they will remain on the picket line as long as it takes to broker a deal with Albany. About those fireworks now, there were higher temperatures and higher tensions. I even had to gesture to crowd members to avoid cursing so that we could air the following exchange.
I served 12.5 years in the New York State Department of Corrections. I've witnessed and been a part of the abuse myself.
Matthew Van Tassel of Catskill, who served 12 years in prison, faced off with a crowd of correction officers. Former U.S. Representative Mark Molinaro tried to calm him down.
The reality is you guys do not want the body cam so you can continuously abuse these people.
I'm going to suggest something to you. You're not in.
Why don't you go in there and get thrown on? What, is somebody here going to do something to me? What is your suggestion? Is somebody going to do something to me here?
I doubt it.
Because I'm not in prison no more, and I will not shut my mouth. I will not shut my mouth.
We're just trying to keep it calm.
You just came up and told me I cannot have a voice.
No, I said you might not.
I might be in a bad set. You hear that, you guys? He said I might not want to say the things I'm saying in this space. It might be unsafe. I take that as a threat. I hope that the community receives that as what it is. If they're willing to talk to me, a free individual, this way, how do you think they're talking to the individuals in there?
Moments prior, it was a different scene. The Republican Molinaro admonished Governor Hochul for not visiting the protest site.
But while you're risking your lives in there, and the politicians in Albany and in Washington, and some of them drive right by you, they don't even question the work that you do or the risk that you take. And then when finally you're out on the street saying, our lives do matter, remember the ones who didn't show up today?
Strike support extended to first responders who blared their sirens in a show of solidarity. As encampment fires burned and the snow melted, the icy tensions between correction officers and Albany continued, with a deal still unbrokered.
They're not asking for more money. They're not asking for better benefits. All they're asking for is a safe and secure work environment. And it's not just the COs. You're talking about the inmates as well.
And demonstrators say they will be out here as long as it takes to broker a deal with Albany. Options, services, hope for survivors. This was the theme for today's remembrance ceremony for victims of crime in Albany County. In Albany's Academy Park, names on flags make up an unfortunate class: deceased crime victims. Be it drunk driving.
We put over 200 miles on the bike when the drunk driver struck us with his SUV, which resulted in severely injuring both of us and severing my left leg at the scene.
The mothers of the murdered.
I'm doing everything in my power to prevent other parents from feeling the pain that my family and I have felt since Destiny's passing.
Or the prosecutors and detectives holding perpetrators accountable.
It's very difficult to do this alone.
No matter the crime, no matter the victim, powerful waves of emotion trickled under the Albany County Courthouse Rotunda during National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
You experience is humbling.
Tareen Lynch Green lost her 15-year-old daughter Destiny to gun violence in 2021 at the hands of 19-year-old Brandon Rivera. Now she's giving back to other young people in the form of a $500 scholarship.
If our youth were focused on their studies or focusing on learning a trade, then Destiny and a lot of other children would still be here today.
Green implored all of us to keep the flame burning, keep the memory of victims alive, long after their names fade from the headlines.
Just because a case, a victim, or a topic isn't making headlines anymore, the family still needs support. Just because the memorial is no longer there, the family still needs your support. Just do not forget to check in.
A detective at today's ceremony uttered a telling line. Maybe one day we might live in paradise here on Earth so that we won't have to attend ceremonies like these anymore.